There's something different about being the only adult that you see all day.
Yeah.
You know, when you literally don't see any other adults, and the only interaction you have is someone who you're fully responsible for. I mean, the weight of that is suffocating. And it's something that people don't talk about enough, I think.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, as a mother, you're supposed to just be loving everything and just be soaking in all the moments because they're only little for so long, and
Right.
you know, all these little cliche things that the people who have been out of, you know, toddler parenting for 20 years are telling you, you know, because they're dealing with their kids who are adults, and I'm sure that it does seem like that, but when you are in the thick of it, I mean, it's miserable a lot of the time, and that doesn't make you love your children any less.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you're less of a parent. But you're worried if you talk to anyone about that they will think you are. Especially if, you know, they're not in that moment themselves, because if they're not, they're gonna think, well, you know, at least you have children, or at least you know, have this or that, and how could you not just be loving that? And it's hard to wrap your mind around the fact that you can love this little person with all your heart and soul and want the best for them, and also want to run away sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's suffocating is the best way I can describe it. You know, there are so many times as a parent you feel suffocated. And that doesn't mean you're not enjoying, you know, this blessing that's been given to you, but you're also allowed to feel that. First, you have to give yourself a break. That's the biggest thing I find as a mom. You know, we're the hardest on ourselves. So you have to give yourself a break. You have to realize you don't have to be perfect, even if the anxiety is telling you you have to be. And you have to reach out in whatever way you can. I mean, one of the biggest things is you need help. We all need help. None of us can do it alone. I mean, there's a reason why there are the phrases like it takes a village. And it's hard now than it maybe was harder now than it was generations ago, when, you know, it was common to see people outside and interacting with their neighbors. We don't have that anymore. You know, half of us are afraid that if we let our kid play outside in the backyard, we're gonna get DCFS called on us, because that happens.
Right.
There's a lot of fear in parenting now, and the best way to combat that is just to reach out in any way you can. Whether you have family members who are near you, or even just a phone call. Or, I mean, I have actually found a lot of solace in Facebook mommy groups. You know, reaching out on the internet when you can't reach out in person to people. You know, be honest, be vulnerable. You'll be surprised the amount of support you get from other mothers, or, you know, even if it's a neighbor, or, you know, my biggest thing is just asking people for company. You know, when you're stuck at home all day, whether you're maternity leave, or you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, or you both work full-time and you just need a break anyways.
Right.
You know, we're all dealing with the same things, and sometimes just having company can help. Obviously, getting out and going on dates, or getting out and having alone time by yourself is the biggest helper, I think, that you can do on your own. But not everyone has that option. You know, again, I'm very lucky to have family around me who can babysit sometimes if I need a break. Most people I know don't have that. It's important to find a way to get that time. And sometimes, you know, maybe it's not a babysitter. Maybe you just need to have someone who knows what you're going through sitting next to you on the couch. I mean, I'll sometimes call my grandma just to have her come over for coffee. Not because I need her to take, you know, my daughter off my hands, but just because I need some adult interaction.
Yeah.
I need to feel like a human being again, and not just, you know, someone who's making snacks and lunches and you know, all these repetitive things that come with parenthood. you just need to feel like a human, and you got to figure out whatever way you need to do to get that for yourself.
Yep.
There are many ways to do it, but if you are feeling trapped, you know, you can reach out online, and that at least puts a Band-Aid on it.
Right.
It's not necessarily as good as in-person interaction, but it helps a little bit. You build a support system for yourself in whatever way you can, whether it's online or finding other parents of young children. It's a lifesaver to have someone else who just kind of gets it. You can just vent to, and realize that you're not alone. We're all dealing with it, and no matter how picture perfect someone's life looks, on Facebook, everyone has their own stuff they're going through.
Yeah.
No one's life is as easy as it looks.
Right.
And there's something really empowering about, admitting that you can't do it by yourself. You'd be shocked how many people then feel the freedom to kind of talk about all the things they're going through then too. So I think just allow yourself to open up.